Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today, cavalry archers with extra attack take on cavalry archers with extra armor in a who's gonna take it event with Hera, playing as the Magyars in blue, getting ready to duke it out with ACCM, playing as the Tatars in red. Now all the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings and try to get their butts up to Feudal Age ASAP. Not a bad time for us to take a look at the Civ matchup we will be watching today. The Magyars, a fast-paced mounted civilization with a few features that make them deadly in every single stage of the game, early, mid, and late. To start with, their scouts, their light cav, their hussars are all 15% cheaper. They get all melee attack upgrades free of charge and automatically, which not only saves them about 1,000 resources, but also the time it takes to research these upgrades. FYI, if we're lucky enough for this game to go into Imperial, that last box underneath this anvil / hammer icon here on the left, the blast furnace upgrade, that takes 100 in-game seconds to research. So getting that automatically, a very powerful feature. Their cav archers can be train 25% faster and can be upgraded to not only get extra range but also extra attack. And their unique unit is the Magyar Hussar, a light cavalry unit similar to but a little bit stronger than the normal Hussar, with a few exceptions. Number one, it comes with an attack bonus against siege units, not monks, and it initially does cost gold, although you can upgrade it. Pardon me, I got lost. She didn't even attack the elephant. I already got lost wondering how come the elephant was still in the gray zone. I thought the villager would have seen it with her line of sight. In any event, the Magyar Hussar does initially cost a bit of gold, but you can upgrade it so that it doesn't cost any gold at all, basically turning it into an 80 food trash unit that comes with, by the way, one of the biggest attack bonuses against siege in the game. Now, to help support its horse-based army, Magyar villagers, well, those of you who are into anime, my cousin introduced me last year. I'm trying to find the wild animal out on the map, but I can't really do it. My cousin introduced me to an anime show called The One Punch Man. Basically, that's how these villagers for the Magyar, the men, the women, they are one punch men, one punch women. If they meet a lion, a Komodo dragon, whatever the hell they meet out on the map, it only takes one attack to kill that wild animal, which means the villagers can be more aggressive earlier on, scout the map a little bit more. And if you ever sent a villager out to build something, maybe, I don't know, a tower rush or a proxy barracks or a proxy archery range, you know how annoying it is when that villager has to stop and start fighting a bunch of wild animals that appear out of nowhere and start attacking it. So the Magyars with a very cool feature that allows them to basically kill those animals immediately. Now let's take a look at ACCM, playing as the Tatars, also a civilization that does whatever it possibly can to push its players towards mounted units. Their cavalry archers come with extra line of sight. They get Parthian tactics and thumb ring free of charge. And some of their mounted units, I'm looking at you, Mr. Scout line units, their step lancers and cav archers can all be upgraded to get +1/+1 armor. Now, both of their unique units, because not only do they have one, they have two unique units, are in fact mounted. The first is the Flaming Camel, basically a mounted petard, except it comes with a massive attack bonus against all manner of cavalry, camels, and elephants. And their second is the Keshik, a medium cavalry unit that actually generates a tiny bit of gold as it fights its enemy units. I believe every 3 seconds that the Keshik fights an enemy unit, it generates around 1 gold. This, by the way, can be very useful in the late stages of the game when gold becomes more scarce, raids become more frequent, and trash units can be countered by anything that basically costs gold. Now, once your army is out on the field of battle, very important for the Tatars. Let's take a look, see if we can locate any high ground. Very important for them to take the high ground, because unlike the usual 25% extra damage that's done in this game by units fighting downhill, Tatar units do 50% more damage. This becomes even more important in the late stages of the game once Trebs make their appearance. Tatar Trebs can be upgraded to get extra range. Fully upgraded, 19 tiles of range. He can basically, from this hill, bombard the hell out of Hera's settlement if he wants to. I'm being exaggerating a little bit, but not too much. Now, in order to feed their warriors and the beasts that they ride, Tatar herdables do contain 50% more food. Bigger, juicier billy goat over here. And starting in the Castle Age, every time they build a new town center, it spawns 2 free sheep, which with the feature I just mentioned is not 200 free food, but 300 free food, minus, of course, decay. But we're not trying to be too specific in this game. Both players, 0 TC idle time, ACCM off the back of 18, Hera off the back of 19 villagers, going up to the Feudal Age. Let's remove the line of, the fog of war. Look at the line of sight. as Hera starts filling in a few of the gaps here. Is there going to be a relic in here? No, there is not. The center relic just a little bit north on the forest. So attack path between the two bases for these two mountain civilizations fantastically open. So let's see a lot of cavalry as Hera's cavalry gets poked in the butt with the cutlass of the villager, sees the stable, and runs the heck away. Ooh, but wait a second. He's running into the town center. No, he wisely avoids it. I like that there's this massive hill right in the center. So if ACCM wants to get aggressive, and ACCM probably wants to get aggressive, he has a lot of space to take advantage of that terrain bonus. That being said, once he actually attacks Hera's base, if it is in fact him who's putting on the aggression, not a lot of high ground. I mean, there's a bunch on the periphery here and here against the edge of flat earth here as well, but Hera's base pretty much on a big flat, I don't know, what would we call it? Just a plain? Is it a plain if it's sand, or does a plain have to have grass in it? In any event, let's take a look at our Tatar base first, because that is where Hera is, and he is trying to poke away at these loom of villagers. Not too sure what he expects to accomplish here, but a spearman, 2 spearmen already out. Scout, 2 scouts are enough to shoot this 1 blue scout away, who was going to take that fight right up until reinforcements showed up. So our Tatar base also, by the way, on a big old flat plain. I'm just going to call it a plain. Why the heck not? And my geography lessons from high school are all down the toilet. Have forgotten all of it. Primary gold secure now a little bit to the north of the TC. Primary stone also not really on the attack path. Extra gold in the forward position. Uh-oh, wait a second. Wait a second. We've got another battle here. High stakes battle developing as the players tinkle away at each other with their spearmen. But again, right as Hera appears to be taking the better engagement, a reinforcing red unit shows up, and now a good old-fashioned spearman gangbang, and it is Hera who gets the first kill of the game. But did he stick around too long, or did ACCM stick around a little bit too long here? No, it's the villager who gets the kill. Okay, well, all of a sudden, 2 units for every player, and the town center just got a kill as well as a reinforcing spearman. I mean, that's a pretty cocky move out of Hera to shove a spearman underneath a town center. Not exactly a scout unit with bloodlines, you know, it's just a very, very low amount of HP, and that town center gunned that spearman down. So kill count at 2 apiece. Hera's still here in the rear, has seen the extra stone to the back, as we have seen, loses another unit, and now ACCM is going to try to force him out. Oh, look at this, creating the noose, tightening the noose around our Magyar, and the town center gets another kill right as the scouts get another kill. I'm just loving this game so far, and I thought it would be ACCM. Lately, players who go up against Hera try to put on as much aggression as possible, realizing that that's pretty much the only way they're going to take care of this. The GOAT at the moment, the #1 ranked player, the winner of tournaments. I tried to make that sound like a Game of Thrones reference, you know, the mother of dragons, the winner of tournaments. Okay, but Hera's slowly starting to lose HP, starting to lose units. 2 of them are basically dead. Another unit shoves it underneath the TC, but again, this is not a spearman. This is a scout. Oh, but to be fair though, no bloodlines. For some reason I thought our Magyar had bloodlines, which is why I was mentioning it earlier. But here we go. He gets zoned out again, and now he's trapped. He's trapped at the farmland to the south. The farmland to the south. The villagers on garrison, and Hera is out with 2 of his scouts. Kill count 9-4. So what did our Magyar hope to accomplish there by leaving his units for so long? Let's take a look at what he's got back home. Not a whole lot. His economy is the exact same size. He was hoping maybe for some villager snipes, maybe for a skill check, as the pros like to call it, basically trying to see what kind of damage he can get done, what kind of delay he could cause in the Tatar economy. But so far, it is ACCM with double the army count, the exact same villager count. The question is who has the ability to go up to castle first, and it will be Hera. He's just 100 food, a little bit of gold away. ACCM still is only halfway there, but now he's making an appearance. No bloodlines as well. I really do wonder why I thought our Magyar had bloodlines. I'm not too sure. Maybe I looked up and mistakenly saw something that my brain registered as an upgrade, and it was in fact Not an upgrade. This is where I wish, like, you, those of you who know the TV show Arrested Development, when I say something, I thought it was an upgrade, and then Ron Howard's voice would go, actually, it was not an upgrade, or something like that. Hera heading up to Castle. ACCM shouldn't be too far behind, just a bit more food, a little bit more gold. Speaking of, primary gold, just like the Tatar base to the north, primary stone, just like the Tatar base to the south. Both players have a patch of gold in the forward position. Hera had to abandon a few farms, can't really risk it. I'm surprised that he's got villagers this close to the action, though. Any moment, ACCM might pivot south with these 3.5 healthy scouts and try to gun down one of these villagers. That being said, ooh, actually, there is a very weak villager here. That being said, ACCM more interested in delaying these two. This is exactly what Hera thought he was going to do on the other side of the map. Basically cause these villagers to have a whole bunch of downtime. I mean, he realizes that Hera pulled his scouts and he gets a villager. This is exactly the risk that Hera took by continuing to farm. He, by the way, still taking that risk. Still taking that risk because Hera's army, as weak as it is, as fragile as it is on the other side of the map. When is Hera going to pop out a spearman or some kind of military unit to deal with this? For now, these two villagers, not only are they not gathering resources, they're also, by the way, wasting resources as they... Whoa, double whammy! As they repair the structure. Not exactly Georgian. 6 kills for this town center. MVP so far. Not exactly Georgian with the 25% repair discount here. So they've been paying full price for the repairs. Well, looks like the villagers took matters into their own hands here. They get not one but 2 scouts. Maybe I'm getting a little bit too excited. No, it was the villagers. I thought maybe it was the archer, but no, there they are. 2 total kills. So both players kind of playing, ripping into one another. I haven't even had a chance to really review the players' bases. And to be fair, I don't mind it at all. If you're going to be taking down Hera, who is, like I said, currently the #1 best player in the world, you're going to have to pull out all the stops. There's no way you're going to be able to take down his level of micro, his level of macro, his ability to just get out of a jam and surprise attack you when you least thought it would happen. You're going to have to pull out all the stops. And ACCM defended at home, got aggressive abroad, killed 3 villagers. Now we're engaged in perhaps the most slow, not so interesting chase in the world, which gives us an opportunity as Hera sends yet another scout forward, keeping an eye on that Tatar base to actually look at the freaking bases. Double archery range to the back. We are going cav archers. No bloodlines, but we're getting husbandry. We're getting bodkin. We're getting a couple of lumberjack upgrades. For his part, Hera leaving his base completely open. TC to the back, extra TC to the bottom. Will he start mining stone? Probably not, although not a bad idea against any kind of cav archer civilization to have static defense. And there are those 2 free sheep that come with every single Tatar town center. That is a tongue twister. Is Hera going to try to go in and get them? No. Okay, so ACCM preemptively. So 300 food for free. I think it's one of the best food-related bonuses in the game. I mean, the Lithuanians, when they plop down a TC, they get 100 food for free. They don't have to harvest the organs of the sheep. And Hera... Okay, well, there we go. Tried to pull some kind of shenanigans, but... sees the cav archers, that's good. But this 300 free food, basically, is not bad at all, even though you do have to, like I said, as gruesomely as it is, harvest that sheep meat. So Hera's going to keep him running around at the same time. Oh no, ACCM discovers another batch of villagers too. 3 more kills. 4, maybe 5, maybe none. Skirmishers, why aren't you firing? Wow, fantastic get there. At the same time, it looks like Hera did lose his scouts on the other side of the map. And well, if he didn't see the cav archers before, he definitely saw them now. That was just, disgusting. And his base is not walled in at all, as we saw University going up. Elite Skirmisher, I'm assuming Ballistics is going to be on the agenda as our Tatar begins upgrading his villagers with a few more wheelbarrow. There's bloodlines finally. There she blows, or there she blows, I guess. Somebody take the center hills, please. Let's see some action on the high ground. Our Tatar shoves in yet again. He wants to get a 9th villager, but he's not going to be able to do so very safely. The range on these guys is only 6. The TC range is 6. So he's going to have to be very careful as ACCM. Also, they're skirmishers. And the skirmishers immediately just get 2 kills. So ACCM backs the hell away, but ooh, a bit of a feint from our Tatar, who at the same time shoves in more cav archers. Where the hell is Hera's army? They're both sitting at 53 villagers. This is the problem. When you start losing villagers, now 10, you have to spend the 500 food. Not that cav archers cost food, but, you know, skirmishers, as little as it is, do cost food. Oh my goodness, more villager kills. I love that he's trying to skirt the minimum range of these skirmishers as well. All of a sudden, 14 dead villagers. Will he go for another one? No. Oh, what a shot by the TC. Oh, you'll love to see it right as he stepped outside of the radius. And they're back to 2 survivors here, but not really doing too much beyond posturing. 2 survivors up here as well. They should meet up and swap war stories over a tankard of ale or whatever the hell it is that Tatar warriors drink. Skirmisher. Well, yeah, with ballistics should do a good job stone mining out of our Tatar as well. Okay, let's see a castle. Let's see Keshiks. Now, if you're going to go melee cavalry, is I think the word I'm looking for. Probably the Magyars. I mean, who wins out here melee cavalry? Tatars do have a decent roster to counter, but unless I'm mistaken, Magyars basically have a pristine cavalry line, which includes paladins. So we'll see. Not that Hera is anywhere close to paladins with his whole 98 gold, down 14 villagers in terms of kill, now down 5. But again, every food morsel that he spends on these villagers is a bit of food that he is not spending on his military. That being said, he does have a mobile 6 group here, 3 group here. Not exactly the strongest, not exactly the biggest, but they don't need to be, because ACCM is definitely not going to risk these cav archers, especially as he's training more. So this is not a small, quick, hey, I'm just going to shove maybe 8, 9, 10 cav archers in your face and see what I can do. No, this is a commitment to cav archers here. And if he commits to cav archers, he's not going to want to engage with 5 skirmishers, because you do not want to lose those gold units to those really cheap trash units. And that's exactly what happens. But at the same time, finally, the Tatar claims Mount Olympus, literally the highest point here that he can claim, with a big, juicy Tatar castle. Now, let's see what the point of that castle is as he plops down another town center. So he's going to expand his villager lead. He's going to try to control the map through the center. Will Hera, he sees the monk, he sees the cav archer. Is he going to chase into this? Probably waiting for reinforcements, but hey, you're going to see a castle soon that's going to cause you to back away. Yep. I don't need ballistics if you're literally a straight line away from me, says this castle. Lion springs into action. Monk going into the middle of nowhere. He's trying to go after this relic, but lo and behold, there is another band of the same band of units. Cav archers meet up. Only 10 of them survive. Gold mining as well. So our Tatar feels comfortable that he can basically hold off, number 1, whatever Hera throws at him. And number 2, he's comfortable. He's got the time to build up an army. And to be fair, as viewers, that is pretty much best case scenario for us. I'm assuming Hera dragged a palisade here and made sure that this is closed, because it doesn't look too close to me. But then again, this freaking game with the graphics, another cav archer dies. Look, for all the villager kills that he got, ACCM is losing a lot of cav archers, and they are not a cheap unit. He does not have any kind of discount on these. He is not a basically there's no discount, period. We saw the wall off going up. I'm curious why the hell it's a house wall. Why is it a house wall? And then there they are, the Keshiks. In they charge when you generate gold while you kill enemy units, while you fight enemy units. Is it any wonder that your armor is all gold? Even your horse has golden armor. That's how rich these units are. But again, a pair of cav archers thrown away. Now all of a sudden I'm thinking he doesn't want to go cav archers. Now he's going up to 10 Keshiks. So my assessment before of, hey, he doesn't mind Hera throwing a few skirmishers this way, that way, was completely wrong. And our Tatar is now pivoting to melee cavalry. Okay. I really hope Hera responds with melee cavalry as well. I want to see big old battles that last a long time. Again, every 3 seconds this Tatar fights, he generates gold. By the way, even in death, he has served his purpose, and he saw the double archery range to the back. Now, this is not a fight against the Poles. Their cavalry, the Tatars, are not missing the final armor upgrade. That being said, Hera with his... Ooh, wait a second. 9 villagers on stone a second ago, but then they got kind of pushed off of it. I was going to say Cav Archer commitment here from Hera, or at least the Cav Archer indications from Hera, going up to 6 of them. Keshik's again in the center. Hera needs to get gold if he wants to go Cav Archers, because you really do need recurve bow. Otherwise, your Cav Archer is serviceable, fantastic unit, but you want that extra +1 attack, that extra +1 range. Now he's on the high ground as the Keshiks move in. 9, 1, 4. I'm trying to catch the count going up, but while I do so, ACCM has gotten his butt up to the... Pardon me, Hera has gotten his butt up to the Imperial Age. And so with small bands of skirmishers, a Feudal Age archer who is no longer with us, our Magyar has managed to push back every Tatar incursion. Now, it has cost them, to be fair, 23 villagers. That's 1,150 food that Hera's had to spend. Basically the cost of going up to Imperial. But he has held an ACCM just now clicking up to the next stage. Gets a Keshik conversion as well. This Keshik was so busy attacking the outpost, he didn't realize, hey, there's villagers here. And now he's transitioning back to Cav Archers? I'm incredibly confused by this ACCM play. Yeah, okay, he's adding skirmishers as well. So Hera added skirmishers, thinking that his opponent's going Cav Archers. Then his opponent went melee cavalry. Now ACCM is adding skirmishers, thinking his opponent's going Cav Archers. Although probably a greater chance of that happening with the Magyars. Oh, he's definitely chemistry, thumb ring, Parthian tactics. That is not an upgrade you get if you're going skirmishers only. A second castle up and running here as the skirmishers chase into the Cav Archers. Ooh, want to back away. But again, these are Tatar Cav Archers. Don't sleep on the extra +2 line of sight that they get. They can see enemy units from a mile away. I mean, right now we're looking at the castle's line of sight. So it's a bit of a, I'm making a point, you're going to have to take it on faith. But with their extra line of sight, they really do see a whole lot more. And let's see if I can point it out. But for now, they're kind of just skirting around the castle. There's Parthian tactics complete. There's more armor upgrades. This Keshik missed the opportunity to kill a villager, a monk. And so now he's just attacking an outpost over here. Cav Archers move forward. ACCM will be an Imperial. Did Hera squander his Imperial Age advantage? We'll find out. He's finally caught up. He's on par in terms of villager count, both of them in the 130s. And when you get into the 130s, doesn't really matter if you got 138 or your opponent has 132. The really nitty gritty doesn't matter that much. Another converted Keshik. Dare I say, yep. And an absolute terrible sortie into the forward position of the Magyar base by our Tatar, who loses a bunch of units, gets nothing accomplished. Hera, by the way, is going to discover a defensive castle as it starts raining holy hell down upon his Cav Archers, and these are not elite. They do not have the final armor upgrade. And now, angry, they turn their ire onto a poor defenseless group of sticks and canvas, otherwise known as an outpost. And this guy, fresh off the kill of one outpost, is now going after another outpost. Where's that villager, by the way? Safe and sound off to the north of the map. Ooh, ACCM wanted to stop them with a tower, but you know what? 2 towers is not bad. Unfortunately, they don't really defend this little tiny patch of gold here, which is exactly what ACCM wanted to do, but I think Hera's not going to stick around. He's not going to spend 10 of his 40 army count here to the back, just doing nothing. Now, what you might want to do is start defending the stone with the tower. Our Tatar already up to 1, 2, 3, 4 castles, 2 defensive, but in comes the Treb defended. Oh, soon to be defended by heavy Cav Archers. And now Hera's transitioning into melee cavalry, but recurve bow, +1 attack, +1 range on the Cav Archers. I love it. I love it. Right in your face. You are not going to do anything about this. Right up until Hera does something about it and fires a bunch of arrows into that villager. And let's see, can the Keshiks dismount this Treb? Will he rely on his high ground Trebs that do 50% more damage? The balls are on fire, and that means we've got chemistry. But the upgrades are coming in real fast for our Magyar, whose Cav Archers are fully upgraded. 12 attack, 8 freaking range. Not that it matters when the skirmishers move right into your grill. Keshik versus converted Keshik, brother on brother battle here behind enemy lines. and the town center falls, but does Hera care? He's got 3 more to the back of it. Okay, Don Quixote tries to charge in. Doesn't really accomplish very much. Now, the cool thing about the Keshik, compared to the Nightline units, it does attack a little bit less. I believe a base Keshik 9 versus the Knights 10, for example. The Elite 11 base versus the 12 or the 14 of the Cavalier, the Paladin. But what it loses in attack, it makes up for, in my opinion, in speed. This is a unit, I would call it a medium heavy cavalry. Kind of skirting the line, trying to keep everyone happy. I would, you know, if gun to my head, I would call this a heavy cavalry unit based on its armor and HP. It is one of the only heavy cavalry units like the Manaspa that can actually catch up to cavalry archers. And so not only that, but then again, it generates gold. And like I said, every 3 seconds is 1 gold. And so you've got 8 Keshiks fighting 3 seconds. That's 8 gold, 8 gold, 8 gold. And that's not a small thing, especially since the Keshik itself is not expensive, costing only 40 gold. And ACCM is really pressing into here. He's got Keshiks on the left. He's got Keshiks in the center. At the same time, Hera, whose army is pretty much all archer units, except now he's adding 27 Hussars, is getting taken down by these battering rams. It looks like there are raiding units to the north here as a castle tries to defend against this, but now we're up to 37 villager kills. Hussars come in and do exactly what they're supposed to do, take down the battering rams. And Hera is held. Like I said, don't discount Hera's ability. Oh my god, to hold in the unholdable positions, but my voice just went prepubescent. Flaming camels. Oh, that was so sour. They have such good bonuses against cavalry. What is it, plus 50? Plus 50. Yeah, plus 50 against cavalry if they can close on the cav archers. Plus 200 against buildings makes them a little bit weaker than petards. I think petards are plus 500 against buildings. Or plus 300, I forget the exact... Somebody once commented on Reddit that my channel sucks because, unlike T90, I don't know exactly how many petards it would take to take down a castle. Oh no, oh no! They just hang out and die. It looks like those Keshiks to the north have cleared out all of the farmland. And now we've got silk armor. Silk armor for what? You've got 2 cav archers, 2 step lancers. That's all you have. Silk armor does not apply to your one knight. It does not apply to your Keshiks. Why did he get silk armor right now? Is he also planning ACCM a transition into Hussars? The Tatars do have Hussars. As rhymey as that sounds, as comical as it sounds, there he goes. The last remaining step lancer with that silk armor did not save him from all the extra attack of the Magyar cav archer, and in comes the Tatar army. But okay, flaming camels want to close in on the cav archers. When they close, if and when they close, it is a thing of beauty. Hera at the same time is doing exactly what Hera does. You press into me, I press into you. It looks like the south of the map is on fire as well, with Magyar raiding. And now the equation Hera plus Hussars equal win. Hera plus Hussars that are 15% cheaper is like a mega win. But our Tatar, to be fair, has 2 town centers, 2 castles in that location. We'll keep an eye on what's happening there, how many villagers Hera can kill. He's up to 33 villager kills. Holy moly. The problem for him, ACCM's at 58. And now another raid to the north. Oh, that 58's gonna grow and grow and grow. And remember, every time they poke and prod at a villager, Hera loses food, loses resource gathering, while those Keshiks generate gold. It is a double whammy. In they come. In they come. Hera retreats. This is such a perfect zoning unit. You can force your opponent back a huge number of tiles to take a favorable engagement while you chase. The problem for ACCM is that he doesn't really have that many units here to chase with. I would have loved to see maybe 20 more skirmishers. As the flaming camels push the cav archers back, the skirmishers can shell away at them. And now the map is quiet. Look at all the death and destruction here. We'll have seen that in picture. 42 villager kills to 67. Tatar trebs are being protected. What's their range? +2, so we have Timurrid Siegecraft. We've got silk armor for our Magyar. We've got Reeker bow, but no Corvinian army because he is not training the Magyar Hussar, which, to be fair, he probably should have been training. Tell me that was a flaming camel. Oh my goodness. Hera comes in. But what the hell is this? The hell is this? What the hell is that? He just lost his entire army to three Hussars, and one of them has what, 1 HP? 1 HP. All right. At the same time, looks like the Trebs were exposed, maybe, and ACCM jumped on the opportunity to attack them. Oh yeah, look at Hera. He loves to do this. He loves to bait castle fire with certain units while he attacks his main primary target with the others. Although it did lose 2 Cav Archers here, so not exactly a free kill, but you know what? 2 Cav Archers for 2 Trebs, or even 1 Treb, to be fair, is not a bad deal at all. And the Keshiks are back. This is what I was talking about, them being such a great late game raiding unit. He's turning his attention on the military. He's chasing into castle fire against Cav Archers. Not perhaps exactly the greatest thing to do with those units. Oh no. Hera's got a couple of army groups that are just absolutely disastrous here for ACCM. He is just killing unit after unit. Look at the kill count though. Oh my god, the kill counts are basically identical. They're like 4 or 5% apart after almost an hour, 52 minutes. Another band of Keshiks dies. Oh yeah, you're trying to kill Hussars with skirmishers. Not gonna happen. Might as well just shove these guys into the castle, to be fair. A couple of Keshiks try to hold the line. A couple of Keshiks get absolutely swamped. What an absolute chaotic game here. I don't know if we're in the middle of the game, if we're at the end of the game, if we're just getting started. But Vil kills are rising. 79 by our Tatar, up to 80. It looks like those Hussars busted their way in. But what can they actually do? He's going after the villager repairing the castle. That's a good move. There are a couple of Trebs here. Well, there were a couple of Trebs, but now what are they doing? Oh, they're missing, basically. You are not Hunnic Trebs. You are not Britain Trebs. Will he get one more ball off before he dies? He does, and... oh, it misses. It doesn't even get a villager. Flaming camels, flaming camels. Ah! Chase, chase, chase. Hera staggers his units. Ooh, that was a juicy hit. Hera's army count is... ooh, not bad at all. Now it's... a lot of it is Cav Archers, which is fantastic. Oh, the problem is the economy's dead again. And if you want to spam Magyar Hussars as cheap as they are with the 15% discount, you can't be affording to lose 112 villagers. 30 some odd villagers just died in the blink of an eye, and a group of Cav Archers got surrounded. Oh my goodness. What a sour turn of events for Hera. And oh, okay, he agrees. Hera taps out. 88 villagers. That, I mean, this is just psychological, emotional bruising right here. And by the way, he's got even more exposed villagers to the north. He is rebuilding a TC. His army count is it's the same as ACCM's, and his army composition is not bad at all. No death ball though. Maybe that was the problem. Hera did not dictate the pace of this game at all after that first incursion into the Tatar base. It has been all ACCM all the time. Sounds like a radio station. Welcome to 1050 ACCM, all aggression all the time. And that is what our Tatar was doing the entire freaking game. He was the one aggressing. He's the one with a town center right in Hera's face, taking Hera's tertiary gold while he creates an absolute dead zone of activity. This is incredible. I mean, Hera obviously sees it. This is the ballsiest town center I've ever seen. ACCM says, I'm 8 seconds away from Hussars. I have 130 stone. I don't really need stone for anything else. You've taken down one of my center castles. You have not taken down my Mount Olympus castle. My now 3 castles to the rear of my base are still up and running. My Keshik unit is not expensive. It only costs 40 gold. And so why the hell not? Let me plop down a TC right next to your gold. Every 40 gold I can steal is an extra Keshik. And every Keshik that I train is an extra gold every 3 seconds. So 13 Keshiks fighting 3 seconds is 13 gold. They literally just need to fight 9 seconds, and they can afford to pay for 1 more Keshik. So perhaps not the highest amount of gold, the greatest gold or additional feature additional resource feature in the game. I'm thinking, you know, the Portuguese berry wood, the stone gold, they are much better ratios, but this is not bad at all, especially at this stage of the game when ACCM literally has just 2 villagers on gold. He's going to have a bit more now, unless he goes for the sheep first. But wow, holy moly, dictating the pace of the game, crushing the economy with literally double the amount of villager kills, and now the kill lead has expanded for our Tatars. Ahead 85 total kills. Let's take a look at the numbers, the stats. Hussars right towards the end of the game, but Cav Archers doing a good number of damage. 30 of them have 50 kills, 33 Flaming Camels. Who doesn't love to see those? 157 Keshiks. Hera's PKPM is always bonkers right towards the end of the game. ACCM a lot more relaxed right in the beginning of the game. And let's see how bad the economies were. Not bad at all. If you remove the Tatar 4 relic gold, it's about a so it's about 2,000 difference, and then you remove, pardon me, what the hell am I talking about? It's about, yeah, it's about 3 or 4% bigger economy for a Tatar, which is nothing. A lot more stone. There's your castles. A little bit more gold. There's your relics. And Hera taking the trash. Taking the trash. A little bit more wood, a little bit more food. But ACCM also a little bit here, a little bit there. Does manage to get a bigger economy. 2 conversions, 14 raising state. Not that kind of game. This was more of a villager sniping, economy crippling, player destroying kind of game. Not exactly a defensive, hey, I'm going to build, you know, structures, you're going to tear them down, and you're going to build slow moving units, I'm going to convert them. No. This was ACCM just poking, prodding over and over and over, and every single screen when you look at it has just dead bodies after dead bodies here and here. Oh my goodness. I'm going to try to get all of it in picture. I can't promise. I mean, there's so many Hussar wings all over the place. This is why his number 1 most trained unit was 200 Hussars. He's left with 12, which means basically ACCM killed 200 Hussars in the last couple of minutes only, because those Hussars were not around at the 30-minute mark of the game. ACCM kills 200 of them in the last, 10 minutes? Bonkers. And with that map control, with the aggression, and with the Keshik, we've seen the Keshik used to such deadly results lately. Hera just loses way too many army units, but more importantly, way too many economic units. And now he's at that really, really rough spot where your opponent is pressing into you. Your opponent has map control. Your opponent is so confident that he's taking the gold. And to be fair, I don't think ACCM is going to mine a lot of it with these Cav Archers right here. Probably position themselves here to the left and kill those villagers. But you don't have the food to replace your Hussars and your villagers and your military. And you're just, is he out of wood to the back? He's also out of wood to the back. Okay, he's getting wood to the south. He's getting wood to the north. So, okay, wood, your Cav Archers are fine. Gold, not really available. Food, more likely, not really available. And Hera with Hussar usually is the big W. And I was so cocky. I said Hera plus discounted Hussars is going to be a massive W. But ACCM proving otherwise, just absolutely planting this castle here, building a bunch of infrastructure around it, shoving straight into the guts, while at the same time destroying the economy to the north, destroying the economy to the south, saving his own economy, only losing 58 villagers to the 114 of your opponent. Hera's in double digits, and with those double digits, he taps out ACCM with the aggression, takes the W, but GG to both players.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.